live! Yo guys, what is going on? Blossom is back and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives. And I'm incredibly excited today because I'm going to be reviewing a pack which I love. Like, I literally love this pack. Like, if I could take the pack in a physical form and just hug it, I would. This pack is insane! And you guys know this already because I did not hold back. I opened all 15. I even named the video the best pack ever released. And that is a fact. That is a fact, okay? This is the best pack. And today I want to tell you why. I want to show you why. I know I'm a little late when I'm making this video. Usually I like to make the pack reviews a couple days before the finals end. I know the finals end in a couple of hours, but this is for documentation purposes, okay? I am genuinely convinced that we'll never see a pack as good as this ever again. Now, there's a little bit of bias over here because obviously, like, Mercedes and Porsche are brands that I freaking love, man. Like, you might be watching this and you might not be a fan of Mercedes and Porsche. I get that. But even if you're not, this pack is amazing. It is ridiculous. There is nothing bad here. It's amazing. Anyway, let's just get into it, okay? Let's just get into it. I'll stop the praising for now. I'll let the cars do the talking. Okay. So first things first, we have the Mercedes-Benz CLS 500, and as you can see, we got just a little different today, the ranking system. We have game-changing, absolutely amazing, incredibly strong, impressive, decent, and hot garbage. Okay, so the Mercedes-Benz CLS 500 is a car that we have not seen of before. It's a very rare variation of car, as in the fact that it is rear wheel drive and it has low ground clearance. A lot of cars within this niche, which is rear wheel drive and standard tires, are usually paired with medium ground clearance, and most of them don't handle very well, and they have slightly inflated RQs, mainly because it is medium ground clearance. This car, however, the Mercedes-Benz, because it is low, it is very much within its RQ. It's very RQ61. What I'm trying to say here is that it has a relatively decent 0 to 60. I mean, when you compare it, you know, straight up to a performance tire car in the Porsche Panamera, 5.2 to 5.1, and let's not forget that the Mercedes-Benz CLS is a standard tire car, right? The top speed is average, but the other thing that makes this car special is it has 80.67 MRA, right? 80.67 MRA is strong. In fact, it's strong for a regular ultra rare. It's very strong for a rear wheel drive standard tire car. I would say that it isn't the best thing in the world though, because the handling isn't very good, but it definitely is impressive. Especially if you compare this car in its niche, it is going to outperform a lot of its competitors, because a lot of its competitors around its RQ range is RQ61, because that doesn't mean they have RQ61 stats. They're RQ61 because they might have RQ58 stats, but because they're medium ground clearance, you know, that extra versatility, it bumps it up a little bit. The CLS isn't medium, so it brings RQ61 stats for its niche. It is where it's supposed to be. It's a pretty impressive car. Alright, next one is the Mercedes-Benz SL55 AMG. Now this one is basically a discount version of the Porsche Cayman, and I think a lot of us can agree that the Porsche Cayman S3.4 isn't a fantastic car. High top speed and great MRA, decent handling as well. The Mercedes-Benz SL55 is a slightly watered down version of the Cayman. I would still say that is ever so impressive. The handling isn't very good, but this is a car that you definitely want to drag spec, because the Mercedes is a very heavy car, 1,955 kilograms, making it even heavier than the Mercedes-Benz CLS 500, which is crazy. The SL55 AMG doesn't bring top speed to the table. It doesn't bring handling to the table per se, but it does have a low 0 to 64. Its RQ for 57 RQ, 4.7 side, and it has 84 MRA, which is actually very, very strong. So definitely a car that you want to drag spec, a great car for the quarter mile and the half mile, not so much the 1 mile because of that lower top speed. I would say that it is relatively impressive. Alright, next one is the 911 Carrera 3.6 Cabriolet. Now, one thing that I do want to point out is that 5.10 to 64 in RQ52 is impressive. The handling isn't very good. The MRA 73 isn't very good either, but at least it's a lightweight car coming in at 1,370 kilograms. Is it really that impressive to put it in? I think it has an impressive 0 to 60, but I don't think the handling is very impressive. There are a lot of super airs now, especially now that we've gone high standard, right? We've gone high standard with the performance tire cars. There are a lot of super airs now that can out handle the Porsche. This Porsche, I would say, is a bit of a hybrid, jack of all trades, master of none. It's decent. It's not bad, it's just decent. Alright, next one is the Porsche Cayman S3.4. This car is absolutely amazing. I would say that it's game changing if you were only, including World Expo cars, but in a general sense, I would say let's water it down a bit. It's absolutely amazing, if not incredibly strong. It is a jack of all trades kind of car. It handles very well. It has a good top speed, especially when most German cars operate on that 155 level. 176 is a standout. It is the best World Expo Ultra dragster. Without a doubt, it is the best. But outside of World Expo, it's a little less useful, but it's still very good. The 0 to 60, I would say, is the weakest part of the car. 4.8 for RQ62 isn't very strong, but it has a high top speed and 87 MRA, and it has 85 handling. This is a car where you definitely want two of. I have 1233 and 1332. They're both very useful cars, great for the half mile, great for the fast circuit. I would say the 233 for the fast circuit, the 332 for the half mile. Not really quarter mile, just because cars with lower 0 to 60s might still have the edge over the Cayman, but definitely on the half mile and the 1 mile, this is where this car will really shine. All right, next one is the Panamera. No, the Panamera, nothing too special. It's a very heavy car, medium ground clearance. Handling isn't the best thing in the world. It's decent. It's just decent, I would say. All right, and then that's it. Only 5 ultra rares, and none of them are actually hot garbage. So let's move on to epics now. And I gotta say, man, the epics. Oh my god. Okay, this pack is just ridiculous. The Mercedes AMG GT Roadster, right? It is 3.9 for its 0 to 60, and it has 96 MRA. This car is ridiculously strong for an RQ71. I would put it incredibly strong. In a World Expo sense, I would say incredibly strong. The only reason why I'm not putting it in absolutely amazing is because the Bristol Fighter exists. Okay, obviously I'm comparing this in a general sense, so I gotta think about cars outside of this pack. And the Bristol Fighter, I mean, right within the World Expo niche, is the better car for a cheaper RQ, better MRA, and about the same 0 to 60. That being said, though, the AMG GT Roadster is still an absolutely fantastic car. It handles better than the Bristol as well, but I would say that 84 handling, like this car could have 84 handling, it could have 81 or 76, and it really wouldn't matter because it's a drag spec car. So maybe decent on the fast circuit, right? With that 84 handling, if you get it to 233, you'll hit about, I mean, not 233, even if you drag spec it, it will go from 84 to, it'll go about 90 handling, something like that. Not too bad at all. But definitely you want to take advantage of that 96 MRI. It's an Imperator, isn't it? It's an incredibly strong car. I mean, the Bristol Fighter, I'm comparing it to a Blossom Choice. The Bristol Fighter is Blossom Choice. I will release Blossom Choice after this video, I promise. Okay, and next one is the Mercedes C112, sorry. And this is gonna be, I want to say, incredibly strong. Once again, the 0 to 60 in this car is weak. 4.7 0 to 60 for an RQ67 car is not good. That being said, it's kind of like, how do I explain this car? The Mercedes-Benz C112 is kind of like the Lotus Evora before the nerf. You know, Lotus Evora during the GE days, right? And I think everyone here can agree that the Lotus Evoras back in the Great Exhibition days were amazing. Why? Because the Lotus Evoras were lightweight cars, right? That handled really, really well and had really good MRA with high top speeds. Their 0 to 60 was always kind of the weaker side, like the Evoras, not the Exeges, okay? But the Evoras, they were always on the weaker sides. But it doesn't matter because they had the high top speed, they had the handling, and they had the MRA. That's what this Mercedes-Benz is. It's an ultra killer, but it also kind of operates on the same line as the Ford SVT, but slightly better because it also has MRA, right? So 99 handling, incredibly high top speed. It's gonna hit over 200, and it has 87 MRA. I mean, word for word, this is just a better Cayman, but the reason why it's ranked lower than the Cayman is because the Cayman is a lot easier to max. But still, the Mercedes C12 is C112, I always call it C12, my bad. C112 is a very, very strong car, incredibly strong. All right, next up, we're going to talk about the Porsche 718 Boxster. It's a lightweight car coming in at 1,435 kilograms. Now, the MRA isn't the strongest, especially when you compare it to the incredible 911s and Mercs that you get from this pack. 77.55, not that good. But 87 handling and a 3.80 to 60 for 72 RQ is impressive. It also has traction control and ABS, and like I said, it's impressive. I think it belongs there. Okay, next one is gonna be the 718 Cayman S 2.5. I mean, you know, it is very worthy of its RQ once again. It's a slightly worse version of the GTS. They handle almost the same, but a way worse 0 to 60, but slightly better MRI of 79.25. But for the most part, I would give it decent at best. Same thing, honestly, for the 911. These two cars are decent, right? 76 MRA. They bring decent handling to the table. I mean, 95 handling for an RQ 67, 68. It's okay. You know, pair that with a 0 to 60, which is low. I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's decent. It's decent. You know, and I'm not gonna praise it too much, but it's a good car. All right, next one, my baby, freaking the butt. I love this thing. I mean, it's a 996. Okay, it's a fried egg headlight boy. Like, I love them. That is my favorite generation. 996 Porsche is my favorite generation of Porsche 911, and I just love this car so much. 3.888, 86 MRA, and it's a very lightweight car, coming in at 1,430. Okay, not very lightweight, but it's light. I'll give it absolutely amazing. A car that I definitely want to use. RQ 74, by the way, and it's gonna get what, 3.298 with 86.36 MRA. I mean, bro, that car is amazing. Not as amazing as the 911 GT3 997 though. That is definitely okay. Game changing in a literal sense. I don't think that car is game changing, but it is one of the highest and best cars you can get in the epic range. Okay, 89 handling, a 4 seconds 0 to 60, 95 MRA, 475. I mean, this thing is ridiculous. I mean, it brings 99 handling to the table when you max it out, 95 handling, a top speed of over 200 miles per hour, and he's gonna get a 0 to 60 of 3.4 seconds. I mean, for 75 RQ, that is a strong car. Like, that is a really strong car. I'm putting it in game changing. Next one is going to be the Porsche 911 GT3 Touring. That is also going to be game changing. You are getting 102 handling in an epic with performance tires. That has never been seen before. In the past, you could get 102, 104 handling in an epic, but they were slick tires. This is performance tires. This is a whole different ball game, right? Low 0 to 60, 3.7 seconds and 88.8 MRA. Not too shabby, to be fair, in a general sense, but when it comes to World Expo Porsches, 88.8 is kind of on the weaker side, because you compare it to the 911 GT3 at 95, sorry. You compare it to this Porsche 924 with 97, this 911 Speedster with 92, but again, the 911 GT3 is a twisty car, but calling it a twisty car of 88 MRA is ridiculous. It's still very, very impressive. Game changing for sure. All right, next one, Porsche 911 Speedster 4.0 991.2. You're getting 100 handling. Okay, 100 handling in a 77 RQ car. Maybe I'm still riding off the high of like what makes an RQ 77 car is so much stronger to what made an RQ 77 car back in World PL14 JPT. But still, 100 handling in the 77 RQ car with performance tires, 92 MRA with 3.80 to 60. I mean, all these cars can beat what I used to think was the best epic in the game, which was the Viper SRT10. All these Porsches put that Viper to shame. This car is ridiculous. And then we talk about the Porsche 924 Carrera GTP, 97 MR frickin' A, okay, with 945 kilograms and 100 handling. It's 100 handling, 97 MRA. It's ridiculously light. I mean, yeah, the 0 to 60 is slightly on the weaker side for a 77 RQ car, but still, like, it's... Oh my god, why are these cars so strong, bro? Why is this pack so good? And then we need to talk about the RQ69, okay? This is a car that has less than 70 RQ and it has 100 MRA. 100 MRA. And it is also capable of hitting 100 handling. Bruh, what? This is an RQ69 car. It's a lower range epic. A lower range epic. It has 100 handling and 100 MRA. I get it. The 0 to 60 is atrocious. Don't get me wrong. The 0 to 60 is atrocious. But like I said, going back to the Lotus Evora thing, right? The Lotus Evoras had bad 0 to 60s, but they were still seen as great cars because before PL15, they had great MRA and great handling. That's exactly what this Porsche is. And it's light too, 1,200 kilograms. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. And then we talk about the legendaries. The worst legendary that you can get is the Mercedes-Benz AMG GTR, and it has 105 MRA. 105 MRA, and it can hit 101 handling. Look, I reviewed the last final Tri-Series pack, alright? And the worst legendaries you could get were those ACs. The ACs had low 0 to 60s, and they had good MRA, but they had like 82 handling. Like, that's hot garbage. The AMG GTR has 105 MRA, and it can get 101 handling. It's ridiculous. All for RQ82. It is one of the strongest RQ82s. It's game-changing. The 25 is game-changing. Then the RSR is game-changing. The 935 is game. They're all freaking amazing, dude. This pack, I can't. Let me just look. The worst MRA, I think, for legendaries, according to Top Drives, I think this is wrong. This has to be wrong. Top Drives Club is saying that the Porsche 935, the one you see over here, is 94.86 MRA. That is complete. That has to be wrong. That has to be wrong, because I know that the 935 beats my 25 on the drags, and I know my 25 has 96 MRA, so this has to have 97. I think Top Drives Records has a 97, so yeah, 94 is definitely wrong. I would say that the lowest MRA number is from this RSR right here with 96.16. The rest is 96.3, 97, 100, 100, 105.11. All of these cars go over 100 handling as well. The worst handling car is the Mercedes with 91. You max it out, that's 101 handling. You max out the rest of the legendaries, right? RSR 107 handling, 25, 109 handling. Porsche 935 I think is 108 handling. Yeah, the RSR is 108 handling, sorry. The Porsche 936 is 102 handling, I think. The Porsche 956 104. Dude, this pack is perfection. Look at this. Okay, look at this right now, okay? Not a single car in hot garbage. We have 4 cars in decent, 3 cars in impressive. Almost everything is game-changing. If you don't believe how good of a pack this is, this opportunity that I really don't want you to miss, let me compare it to other packs that we've seen in the past, okay? So let's do that right now. Okay, so right here is an old video of mine. I was reviewing the best cards for the Renault RS01 finals, and look at this. Literally two cars were in the top tier. 4 cars in total were decent, and everything else was hot garbage. Okay? These are the packs that you expect from Hutch. Piece of crap like this. That was a crap pack. That's a pack I don't want you to open. You know what? Let's go to another one. Okay? This one right here. This pack. Oh my goodness. What was this for? I think this was for like the El Rouge or some shit. Look at how crappy this pack is. Look at the amount of hot garbage, the amount of pernicious ulcer. Look at the handling numbers. Look at they're just crap. They're just the 0 to 60 numbers in respective terms to their RQ. Everything about this pack is garbage. Look at this one. I totally forgot what this Tri-Series was for, but this was all garbage too. This is once again another card that you needed for a Tri-Series, another pack you needed to open for a Tri-Series. Look at this. I don't want anything in this. The Subarus, I was nice to those Subarus to put them in freaking provider. Okay, like everything here is just hot garbage, bro. Who wants the Firebird? Who wants that all-surface tire BMW piece of crap that doesn't handle? Who wants a TVR T3? That TVR was so shit, it went down to ultra rare. That Lotus Esprit was so bad, it went down to ultra rare. That Aston Martin DB1 in hot garbage was so bad, it went down to super rare, for crying out loud. Like, the Pontiac too, like, it just goes to show that I know what I'm talking about, because every car that I said is crap has actually gone down in RQ. Look at this one. Look at the amount of hot garbage in this. This is the 4x4 carbon fiber that I reviewed like back in July. Like, this was all crap too, bro. Look at, okay, there was some decent stuff here. Like, I would say that this was a very like a mid pack, like it was a 50-50 kind of pack, but there was a lot of hot garbage. There was a lot of pernicious ulcer, bro. Like, this is not good, right? Going back to this pack is once in a freaking lifetime, okay? And I think it is going to be once in a lifetime because it doesn't have any reoccurring tags. It's not like Motorsport where they can run Motorsport events over and over and you can open Motorsport packs. It's not like 2016, right? 2016 is a great pack too. You know, they can run that again. I don't think they're going to run a rear-wheel drive German World Expo event ever again where this pack is going to come out. Maybe if everybody buys it and Hutch makes a lot of money, then maybe it's incentive to bring it back. But I don't know, man. It's too niche for a pack like this to ever come back. So if there are 15 of them sitting in your, you know, garage, in your account right now, oh my god, if you have the money, you better go open it. I've never been more adamant about a carbon fiber in my life. This thing is ridiculously strong, bro. It will not disappoint you at all. The only way it will disappoint you is, I mean, the only bad thing about this pack is that they're 5 ultra rares, right? So if you are unlucky and you get nothing but ultra rares, you are going to get the same stuff over and over and over and over. That's the only thing. But dude, oh my goodness, pack. I opened 15 of them, and I want to open 15 more. Like, seriously, I want to open 100 of these. It's ridiculous. This pack is, oh my god, I'm gonna stop. I've never endorsed a pack this much in my life, and I can tell you right now, I'll never endorse a pack like this this much ever again. I can't even. This is ridiculous. This is just, it's better than a Dodge pack. It's better than a Motorsport pack. Because even the Motorsport pack, as good as it is, it has some pretty bad cars in there, right? But this one doesn't. 2016, like, I love all those carbon fibers, but this thing is just it's just a level above everything else, dude. Like, seriously, I opened 15. I want to open 15 more. So I cannot endorse this pack enough. It is ridiculous. Please open this. Do yourself a favor. If you have saved up gold, this is the pack to open. I'm not even joking. Like, anyway, hope you guys have a great day. What video is this, man? This video is just me bending over for this pack, but for good reason. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. I'm gonna stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville Pontiac. Hold tight all night, cruise to Jacksonville
Atlantic.
Blonde hair, don't care, look like Leslie Brooks. Pin up girls everywhere with the drop dead look. Swing it side to side as we slow dance to the night. When I'll hold your perfect hand and take you out just for a ride. We'll share milkshakes at the diner and rebel at every hour. We can watch a drive-in movie, then have romance in the shower. Sleek my hair